Good morning. Good morning. How are you this morning? This bright and sunny, yes, in Scotland, Tuesday morning. How are you doing? What's going on in your world? When you log on, if you're watching me this morning, let me know where you are watching from, what you're doing, other than watching me. I mean, I have literally just finished a cup of tea. Note my new cup. That was a Christmas present from my daughter because my big iconic stripy one, my sister broke it. So thanks, Ange. Anyway, I'm waiting for people to drop on, so I'm just gibbering for the first minute, which is what I usually do. And then today we're going to talk about money, that thing that nobody likes talking about. And I love talking about money. And I've asked the question, is your money mindset holding you back from creating the life and the wealth that you want and deserve? That's the question this morning. So for those of you new, morning, just finished my class, morning to you. Is that Maria? Can never see who it is because it just says Facebook user. Yeah. So for those of you that don't know me, that are on different platforms and not in Creative Genius Corner on my personal profile, I am Mandy Nicholson and I am the Creative Genius Consultant. I'm an artist, I'm an author, I'm a creative retreat owner here in Scotland, and I help creative women just like you to launch, grow, and scale their businesses and make more money. Now, I know I always use that introduction, it's really important, but it says what I do. My job, morning, Nancy, is to help you to make more money. And this is a journey that I have been on myself. And I do a Money Mindset Live probably every 3 months because people sometimes just need to hear this message. Good morning, Mandy. I'm making a cup and then I'm completing my tax return. Ugh, look at you. I hate doing that. So, money mindset. What is money mindset? Lots and lots of people talk about this. It's everywhere when you go on the internet. People are doing courses. I've got a money mindset course for people that are really struggling with it. I've got a freebie, a mini money mindset course, because I know this is the biggest issue when I talk to my clients. It's their inability to see how much they deserve to have a wealthy and abundant life. And that's because there's been years of conditioning. Okay. And this is where most of us in the UK and probably around the world have the same limiting beliefs around money. Is that, you were growing up, maybe you grew up in a really wealthy environment where money was abundant and you didn't learn a respect for money. And I've seen people come to me that have been in that environment and then don't have any value to money and end up in debt and overusing credit cards and things like that, and don't have the money management skills. So even though they've been brought up in a wealthy, it doesn't matter the environment you've been brought up in, because there are issues in both if you are not taught about money. Because if you've grown up hearing things like money doesn't grow on trees, yeah, rich people are not nice people, money doesn't make you happy, all of these things that we hear from grandparents, parents, aunties, uncles, people that have themselves heard that from their parents, maybe during the war when money was tight and rationing was a thing. So money mindset is an inheritance that you don't really want or need. That's the starting point for money mindset. And it's so strong a belief because it's literally around you all the time. As soon as you get to be an adult and take responsibility for your own life, money is your problem, your issue, your joy, whatever it is. Now, a lot of people spend their lives dreaming about being rich and having money and how it'll solve every problem. And actually, it doesn't. If you've not got your money mindset in tune, money doesn't solve any problems because the behaviors are going to be the same and the beliefs are going to be the same. And I've seen people come into money or earn a lot of money and not know how to manage that money. not know. It's almost like they instantly want to give it away. It feels uncomfortable in their purse, their bank account. And it sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? But it's actually a trigger that happens when there's a huge shift around money because of these deep rooted beliefs that we've got. So my money mindset was something that I worked on when I lost everything. So you'll have heard me talk about my series of unfortunate events. It's the story that's in my book, The Life I Won, of how I had a six-figure job, beautiful home in the country, the perfect nuclear family. And almost like that, within 12 months, I lost everything. And I ended up at rock bottom in a council house, which I loved, by the way. I hate saying this because there was nothing wrong with my lovely little council house. It became the most important home I've ever lived in. So I'm going to say that I'm very lucky. I see us as very lucky that we can be caught on our bounce to rock bottom. So never going to disrespect that. But I did end up living in social housing with no money, lost everything. I was bankrupt. I had £30 in my bank account and a £700 car. So I went from having this abundant lifestyle to complete rock bottom of not knowing what I was going to do next. And this is where I had to work on my money mindset first before I could generate the abundance. Because I needed to believe, A, that I was worth it, and B, that I could do it. And that's the starting point for completely transforming your money mindset. Believing that you're worth it and you can do it. Every single one of you that's watching this right now has the ability to make more money in your business than you are making right now. And there are certain things holding you back. Money mindset is one of them. And then knowledge of how to do that, the practical side, may be the second one. Because just showing up and putting a picture of your stuff on social media and hoping somebody's going to buy is like throwing a rod in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean and hoping you're going to catch a fish. It's sheer luck. So it starts by, first of all, believing that whatever you're doing is worthy. Because a lot of us creatives do what we do because we love doing it. There's a love in the work that we do. So it feels a little bit icky asking a price for it. Or there's a love in the people that we help. So if you're service-based, if you're coaching, if you're teaching, if you're writing books, you're service-based and you want to help people or bring joy to them in the stories that you tell. So therefore, it feels a bit icky, charging high ticket money or charging high prices for your art or your crafts. And it's that hurdle because actually you are worth it. And I was there at rock bottom and literally I was like, how can I make money? I need to make enough money to live on really quickly. But I also need to believe that I can get out of this problem, this rock bottom, this bankruptcy, this place that I am. So I had a plan. Started by creating a plan. So it starts with a vision of what it is that you truly, truly want, not what other people think you should do. Because this is where we end up. If you think about society, many of us, huge percentage of us, end up in a job all of our lives, working for somebody else, being paid a minimum wage, a minimum amount. Even if you're salaried, you're expected to work more hours for that bigger salary. I did. I was on a six-figure salary, but it was my life. My job was my life. So we're ingrained to think we've basically got to work until we retire and then we die. And actually, it doesn't need to be like that. So first of all, it's a plan of how do I get out of this? I want to create a business that's abundant. I want to be able to give my day job up. So how do you do that if you don't believe it's possible? Question. You can't. So believing it's possible is first. So it means you've got to do some work on you. You have got to do some work on you. So let me ask you a question. If you were walking down the high street in a nice town and you walked past a jeweler's and you saw a piece of jewelry, let's say earrings, beautiful earrings that you absolutely adore, that you really would love to wear, that would look fantastic on you, but they're very expensive earrings. They're £600 earrings, okay? And you cannot justify spending £600 on yourself. That comes from your money mindset. If I did that and saw them, I'd just go and buy them and say, right, how do I make £600? And that's where I had to do work, because I was in that place of, I can't buy that, I can't afford it. I've got to buy food for the kids and pay rent and buy shoes for the kids and pay for ballet lessons. I can't possibly spend that money on me. I'm not worth it when there's other people to look after. So it's the shift from believing all of those things, I'm worth it, I can do it, that needs to happen in your mindset. So I'm going to tell you how I did it. Okay, I started by getting my ducks in a row. That's what I said. How do I earn enough money to pay the bills? What's my ducks in a row figure? How much do I need to pay rent, food, car, kids clubs? Yeah, this is my hubby's mindset. Can't do it, can't afford it. Yes, you hear it all the time. It's not always you. It's coming in your ears from somebody else. Can't do that, can't afford it. Yeah, you'll never make your business work because you're an artist. You know, you'll never make any money. You'll be poor. So kind of where I started was, I completely forgot what I was saying there. I should never read the comments until later because I completely forget my train of thought. It's come back, ducks in a row. So that's where I started, ducks in a row. Now I was bankrupt, and believe me, I am incredibly grateful for being bankrupt, because it basically wipes, don't say sorry. It's me, it's menopause brain. Bankruptcy wipes everything out, all your debt, you don't owe anybody anything. So in that way, it was lucky I was starting with a clean slate. Yeah, it meant I couldn't get any credit for 6 years. I couldn't get loans, credit cards, anything for 6 years. And I committed to staying in that council house for 6 years and turning my life around. I knew what the parameters were. I knew that I wouldn't ever be able to borrow everything. So everything that I wanted, I needed to save for. So I started by, right, okay, I need this much, let's say £1,500 a month. I need £1,500 a month. That's my ducks in a row figure. How do I earn that? And I went out and started a cleaning business because I was in Northumberland. There's loads of holiday cottages, etc. It was very easy for me to start something up quickly. So that was about ducks in a row, go and find something that I can make that much money with, but I don't want to work for anybody else. I want to work for myself. I want to create a business that can give me the wealth and abundance that I deserve and I desire. And I worked on that mindset. And I started with affirmations. Affirmations are great. Honestly, you'll either love them or hate them. Initially, I was like weirded out by them, writing things on Post-it notes and sticking it on the back of the loo door and on cupboards and things. Didn't work for me because it was just meaningless statements. It worked for me when I started to really believe them. So every morning from 2009, when I started, when I'd lost everything, to today, 2024, that's a long time, I've said the following affirmations. I am strong, I am powerful, and I am well, because that's about me, believing that I am those things. I live a wealthy and abundant life. Money comes easily and effortlessly to me from multiple different sources. I am ecstatic to welcome 20 new women into my creative mastermind on the 20th of January, 2024. All my affirmations are in the I am, they are positive, and I say them every morning, not just once, right round the dog walk, all through my shower, and it's programming yourself to think you are worthy. That's what starts you working on your money mindset. Like I said, if I saw the £600 earrings and I really wanted them, I'd just buy them and then we'd figure out how I would make the money. Now, you might go, couldn't possibly do that, Mandy. That would terrify me. And that's the problem. the fear that sits behind, and the hubbies that say can't do it, can't afford it, or partners, husbands, partners, parents that give you that concerned look when you tell them that you've just bought £600 earrings. You know, my mum never bats an eyelid anymore. She completely trusts me because it didn't just work on my mindset. I worked on everybody's around me, gave them the belief that whatever I touched, I could make it work. But it did take a lot of hard work. And it wasn't just affirmations. It was about setting goals. It was about believing that I could do everything. So I said to you today, okay, what's in your bank account today? What's going out of your bank account this month? How much spare money have you got? How much money have you got right now? What interest are you paying on your mortgage, car loans, bank loans? What interest are you earning on pensions and savings? Would you know the answer to all of those questions? That's the ducks in a row stuff. Going to do a whole financial overview of where you are right now. And then if I asked, what's your ducks in a row figure? How much do you need to earn every month to feel comfortable and have enough disposable income? And how far away are you from that? Would you know that? And if you're only £500 away from that, I would then challenge you back and say, how can you make £500 in the next 2 weeks? Then you are where you need to be. That's where money mindset enables you to solve problems once you've been able to switch it. And that's kind of where you need to go. Now, this is not a quick fix. So what I want to say to you is that from 2009, where I lost everything, it took me 8-9 years to turn that around. It did not happen overnight. I did not change my mindset overnight. It's something that you work on all of the time. I still work on it, but I have strong beliefs now that are positive. Obviously, many of you know my husband died in 2020, so there's nobody to buy me a nice gift for Christmas, so I always buy myself one. This year, I bought a lovely painting of Caroline West. Thank you, Caroline. It's hanging up in my house because that's what brings me joy. I just bought myself something because I'm worth it and I deserve it. And it's that understanding. How can you shift from where you are now? Think about where you are now. Do you allow yourself those guilty pleasures? Do you allow yourself to treat yourself like you would treat your children or the other people that you love? And if not, that's the core of your money mindset. Do you worry about money all the time? Is it constantly on your mind? Yeah. Do you, it's all right, Caroline. Do you lie in bed thinking, how am I going to afford this? I've not got enough money. It's almost like a dis-ease that we have around money. So how did I change it? I told you about all the affirmations, the ducks in a row, but the biggest thing I did was invest in myself. Now, I started by buying self-development books. Then I invested in myself. I literally looked at the people I wanted to work with. The Secret was a big thing for me. If you've never seen The Secret, watch it, read the book. And I watched the film and I liked Jack Canfield and I liked Bob Proctor. So I sought them out and I did their courses and I looked at the investment. And I think the first one was something like £4,000. Now, I didn't have £4,000. I needed to save that money. I couldn't do it on credit, but there was a payment plan. So I invested in myself and I said, right, I need to earn an extra £400 a month so I can pay for this investment in myself. It was the best thing I ever did. So since then, I've worked with those 2 coaches. I've also worked with another 3 different coaches and my spiritual mentor at the minute, Stella. And I constantly invest in myself. It's the one thing that I do because knowledge is power. I don't know everything. And the minute I know everything, something changes. Some tech changes. So one of the best things you can do is invest in your knowledge. to change your mindset to enable you to create the abundance in your life that you desire. So ask any of my mastermind clients. One of the first things I work on in the mastermind course is mindset. They have access to my money mindset course, and we don't touch business until we shift some of those mindset disbeliefs. It's more important in business than anything else. You'll find a lot of courses that you'll go on, and they're like, right, do this, and this. Now that's great, but if you've got money mindset issues, or you've got self-belief issues, or self-confidence issues, you're being told to do something, you won't believe that it's possible. And that's where people fall down. So that's why this morning I thought I'll show up and talk about money mindset again, because I always like to talk about money mindset on a regular basis. And I want to just say, and I don't say this to brag, but from nothing in 2009, I am now living in this 7-bedroom mini castle, doing all the things I love doing, helping women through my mastermind courses. So that's fantastic business. Writing books, I'm a published author. Painting when I want to for the joy of it, not for not for making money, but if I do, that's nice, little addition. And above all else, doing creative retreats here in Scotland for amazing creative women. And my first retreat's fully booked. It was fully booked before Christmas and not even advertised it yet. So I'm actually living my dream life and I'm enjoying it. I've got enough money, abundance surrounds me. My estate is worth over £1 million. And I had nothing in 2009, 30 quid and a clapped out old car. So it can be done. It's not an overnight success thing. So ask yourself a few questions. What you're doing right now for your ducks in a row, what you're doing right now to improve your beliefs, to get rid of those limiting beliefs, and what you're doing right now to invest in yourself. Come along to my 5-day challenge. You all know by now, because it's all I talk about for 2 weeks before it. It starts on Monday. In fact, I kick off on Sunday night at 7:30 with the pre-challenge live. We've changed it. There's new things in it this time. There's some core things that have stayed the same because they're important business basics. But as I said to you, knowledge is power. I've gone all higher tech now, and there's some training in there this time on AI and how to use it in your business. So it is very different, but it's still very focused on getting you to a place where you've got some business basics right in your business and you understand them. So it's completely free. It's 5 days with me. Come and hang out with me and hundreds of other women. Make connections, build relationships, and learn something new. And honestly, constantly work on your money mindset. Don't let that brain of yours do those catastrophic negative things that stop you bringing in the abundance into your business. So let's all have a really abundant 2024. Let's learn something new. Let's apply it and let's make more money and enjoy our abundance and money mindset. It's not a dirty word. I will see you same time, same place next week, different topic. You might actually catch me live on Thursday because it's the lead up to my 5-day challenge, and I'll do an extra live this week just because I want to make sure that I help as many women as possible. So have an awesome week, guys, and cha-ching, get ready for abundance.